What's up, guys? Invader1 here, and before we get into it, I just want to let you guys know a little bit something about what happened here, okay? You guys know that usually on the first day of the DLC, I usually have a platinum video out that first night. And I did have one for the Asari Huntress, and it was an awesome video. It was me, Golem, it was Biggs, and we had another buddy of mine called Stickman, and we had a great game. It was so badass. We did an all-Asari team. It was about everybody scored at least 150,000 each, and unfortunately that night, for whatever reason, my video card got jacked up. So I was so pissed off. It just crashed. So I had to recreate the gameplay. It wasn't the same. Unfortunately, we had some issues. This gameplay, we actually had a little bit of an issue where my buddy Biggs just got dropped out and he couldn't get back into the game. So this game is going to be a little bit more hardcore, a little longer. Well, actually, it wasn't too long. It was actually 24 minutes around there. So it was pretty quick platinum game. But it was my buddy Biggs got knocked out. So it was actually three of us playing platinum with the an Asari team. And so let's talk about the build a little bit. I just wanted to explain that, guys. So sorry for the delay. Usually I have a video out right on the same night, and it's always platinum, as you guys know, because I want to show you guys how the characters can manage multiple different kinds of enemies. Not because you should. Well, if you want to aspire to platinum, that's great, but it's not. I don't always want to show gold gameplay because I want to make sure that you guys can see if you're handling phantoms or you're handling primes or whatever, different kinds of enemies that these characters can handle on platinum, and at the same time these builds work great on gold. So that's the way the progression works. Alright, guys, so let's talk about her a little bit. There's some things that are kind of messed up with her. On the tactical cloak, it seems that they're going to fix her right now on her power damage for rank 6. That seems to be a little bugged out. There's certain things that are a little buggy about her, but so far I like her. I'm going to be honest with you. I actually like her. I'm going to tell you why, okay? After I show you her the build that I chose for her, and you don't have to do this, guys. You could actually do different kinds of builds. You could do a 666, leave Asari Huntress off, and just go for fitness like that. She's more tankier. Okay, you could do something like that. Like that, you guys can, she could last longer. You could still do biotic explosions between Dark Channel and Warp, and you could still cloak. I mean, cloak is not affected in any way by your power recharge for if you're an infiltrator. So in this situation, you could do like a 666 and take off her passives, her power, and just put everything in fitness. In this situation, I did a traditional build because I wanted her individual powers to be powerful. So let's go into tactical cloak. This is traditional. You could go for duration, but I went for damage because I wanted to make sure I still want to use her kind of like an infiltrator in some ways. And I didn't go for melee damage. I went for recharge speed as usual, and I went for power damage. Even though this is a little buggy, some people will say, hey, it's better to go for bonus power because you are going to use her. You are going to use her power. But you know what? It's a little buggy. Whatever. And still, I just want the damage bonus from the tactical cloak. In this situation, I'm going for damage. Dark Channel. What I recommend is damage. Duration is nice, but damage is so much better. Slow, I really don't. I don't know. This is okay, but any game that I play, it's so fast paced. Even platinum, that slowing down an enemy target's cool, but I don't know. I think I'd be better off for recharge speed. So like that, you could do tactical cloak and Dark Channel, which you will see I do a lot in this gameplay. And I will go with Pierce. Damage is also good. You could do more damage, but I like the fact that you could do more damage to armor and barriers. You will see that in this gameplay against banshees and brutes and all that. Warp, I go traditional, which is detonate. I go for expose, which is great. Warp is one of the best powers in the game. And here, I'm going to be honest with you, I recommend Pierce. I kind of messed up here. I was supposed to take Pierce. I recommend Pierce, guys, because you could definitely, this is a good debuffer. and you know, you could do more damage to barriers and armor. Obviously, you can see it. So I definitely recommend that. Asari Huntress, if you are going to choose her passives, they're good. I recommend damage incapacity and on rank 5 power damage. That's kind of like the way you want to go. If you are like my buddy Golem, who does no fitness, and you think you can go with no fitness, then put weapon damage on rank 6 and go no fitness. But like most people, most people, you're gonna want to be able to survive a little bit more. So you should be okay with taking off Asari Huntress, the passives, and just put everything on fitness. Okay, guys. So that's one thing. The other thing is, I am rocking the Cerberus Harrier with her and the Acolyte because I'm going to treat her kind of like the kind of infiltrator that she's meant to be, which if you look at her tactical cloak, you know, at rank 6, that has an assault rifle there. I mean, it doesn't mean an assault rifle damage, right? It's power damage regardless, but, you know, it's all messed up, but still, I figured, hey, let me use an assault rifle with her and try that out. And, you know, you can still put, you could actually put sniper rifles with her. What I'm using the Harrier in this gameplay. I definitely recommend any assault rifle that you're into. The particle rifle will be ridiculous with her, but you guys have seen me use the particle rifle quite a bit in the past, so I figured I wouldn't do that. And Cerberus Harrier definitely works. A striker assault rifle is good with her. Collector, whatever. The Falcon is always great, guys. It's always great. You can stagger enemies. That's a good thing. So, you know, weapons like the Saber and the Valkyrie are good. So let's get off of that now. And in this situation, though, I am sticking to the Harrier. Sniper rifles, you're going to want to go with Black Widow, the Valiant. The Manta is still good, but, you know, not the Javelin is too heavy for her. The Indra, it's a good one. And the Black Widow. The Kishak Harpoon, guys, the reason I never recommend this is because this is a very skilled weapon. Very few people that I know can manage this weapon. I can manage it. I used to use it a lot. But it takes a very different kind of use, you know, and that's about it. That's all I recommend with it. Now you could also use other weapons with her, like the pistols. I always recommend, obviously, the Acolyte. The Acolyte is the way to go. I am going to use the Acolyte here. Any of the power pistols, like the Carnifex, the Paladin, guns like that are going to be really good with her. So, you know, that's just a recommendation. Shotguns, any shotgun is going to be good, guys. You know, Geth Plasma, the Wraith is really good. I mean, think she's an infiltrator, okay? So you're going to get the tactical cloak bonus, you're going to get the warp bonus, you're going to get the dark channel bonuses, okay, guys? So pretty much, in all honesty, any weapon, I would say mostly any weapon, you should be okay with using on her. The only thing is that I am using an assault rifle, which is the Cerberus Harrier here, because I really want to mow down through armor quite a bit. And then, and at the same time, I'm using the Acolyte on this Platinum gameplay for Phantoms and that kind of thing. So, let's get on to it. For this gameplay, I will actually be using the Barrage upgrade for some more bullets on my gun. And I will be using Incendiary Rounds, Power Amplifier Module, and I will also be using Assault Rifle Rail Amp 3. The thing is about this, the reason I wanted to use kind of like an assault rifle kind of thing on her, and it's because I wanted to kind of keep to the fact that she's an infiltrator. Although infiltrators can use any kind of weapon, shotgun or whatever, you're pretty much using tactical cloak as a damage bonus. Now, guys, first of all, I want you guys to remember, again, I'm going to remind you guys again, in this game, it's only 3 of us playing, so there are going to be some moments that we get dropped here and there. We still get full extraction. But the game is not as smooth as it normally is, but I decided to show you guys because, hey, you know, these things happen, and you can still make it work. You know, a lot of people, when they have situations like this, when they get dropped or, you know, so something happens, you know, they lose a player or whatever, sometimes they feel a little disheartened or give up or whatever. We just keep on playing, guys. And even with losing bigs, I believe by the 3rd wave or 2nd wave, we still make this game in 23 minutes. We still rock the game in 23 minutes. So yeah, guys, you know, you can still, you know, as long as you keep to it, you take cover, you know, you do what you have to do, you do your best to take out the enemies as quickly as possible and have good situation awareness, you should still be able to manage Platinum games, you know, in a very, very good manner. Now, the reason I wanted to do kind of like an all Asari team is because she has really good synergy with the other Asaris. Now, if you compare her that way, you compare her to being a team player with other Asaris, due to the fact that she has Dark Channel, she has Warp, and she also has Tactical Cloak, which increases the damage bonuses on those two powers, then yes, she's great. If you compare her to other infiltrators like the GI or the new Turian Ghost, well, she's not gonna stack up in that aspect. She's not gonna stack up in the sense that the Turian has more weapon damage on his passives, which you could constantly use. Any weapon that you put on Turians, guys, regardless of a Turian infiltrator, are going to be great, because that's what a Turian is. Turian has bonuses on weapons. They have weapon stability bonuses. They have weapon damage bonuses, and then if you add a tactical cloak bonus, which is what the Turian Ghost has, then he's going to be obviously superior. Now, what's great about this chick is that you can use her kind of like an infiltrator. You can use her kind of like an adept in the sense, because she is a hybrid. You can cloak, and if you want to put, like I was saying before, you want to put a sniper rifle on her, you can do that. You can. The way I would recommend it is put tactical cloak, use dark channel first, and then go right ahead and shoot. Or you can use the warp first, which warp actually gives you the pierce bonuses that I was mentioning before, and it'll make it easier to chew down through armor targets. Okay, now the reason I do like this character, I still like her, okay, is because of the tactical cloak and dark channel combo. Okay, now the tactical cloak and dark channel combo is ridiculous. I actually, this is my third game with her, and I have to tell you, I am absolutely impressed with it. I used the tactical cloak bonus, which gives you the damage that you usually expect from the tactical cloak, which is actually, at the end, the power damage at the end is a little, it's kind of messed up on rank 6, but you do get the plus 40% bonus damage, and then you add that on to Dark Channel's damage that already has 146.25 DPS per second, damage per second. That is ridiculous, and it lasts 30 seconds the way I build it. So one thing that I did notice here is I'm using Tactical Cloak, and then I'm using Dark Channel on enemies. The enemies just go down so quickly, and it's not just because we have an Asari team, guys. I mean, with the Asari team, yes, we're all spamming different powers, obviously, and if we have the Asari Valkyrie, that would be a totally different story too, because then forget it, all the enemies would go down even faster. Which that was the first gameplay, by the way, guys. We had an Asari Valkyrie. We had an Asari Adept, an Asari Vanguard, and myself as the Asari Infiltrator, the new Huntress. So that that's the difference here, is that we didn't have an Asari Sentinel, the Asari Valkyrie. But we do have the other Asari, so it was really good, and in that aspect, she does have good synergy. Now, again, going back to Dark Channel, guys. Dark Channel, the way it works, you spam it into one enemy. The moment that enemy dies, okay, the Dark Channel transfers to another enemy. Oh god, this is so frustrating, guys. Pyros on Platinum, guys. This is when our buddy Biggs got knocked out, and we were wondering what's going on. So he was, let me see, is he around? No, it's just 3 of us. Oh no, there he goes. Okay, so yeah, around this point in time, he got knocked out. So he got a little crazy. But anyways, guys, so yeah, going back to that Dark Channel, the way it works, you'll be able to target one enemy. Once that enemy dies, it goes immediately to another target, and you could detonate Dark Channel with your warp. So if you see the enemy, and the way the enemy, you'll be able to tell what enemy has Dark Channel, or when it transfers to the other enemy, because they will look kind of like the way the enemies look when you have the Asari Valkyrie Sentinel, that their body looks like it's glowing. So you'll be able to see that. Now, I noticed that in all honesty, I really wanted to use the combo of Dark Channel and Warp a little bit more, but the enemies were just dying so quickly with just the tactical cloak and dark channel that by the time it transferred over, maybe the second enemy, there are moments here that you do see it. I do get to use warp, and I do get to explode. I do get to do some biotic explosions, but the enemies were dying so quickly due to the synergy that I had with the tactical cloak bonus, with the dark channel bonus, with the incendiary rounds on my gun, okay, and the Cerberus Harrier already chewing down through armor. It worked quite well. So in all honesty, I was very happy with the fact that this build worked out. Mind you, the Cerberus Harrier, it is a very, very good weapon. It's one of the best weapons in the game. Thing about it is that, you know, Bioware was very smart about it, and I'm kind of glad they did this, because at the same time, even though it's annoying, it kind of makes me feel like, okay, great, they're not going to nerf this weapon, because this weapon does not need a nerf. They left the clip size small. Okay, so that is one of the situations that you constantly have to go for ammo, and at the same time, it's one of those weapons that you have to be very accurate with. It does have a little bit of recoil with some of the other characters. If you're using an Arturian, well, you're not going to get the recoil. But some characters do get recoil. I've actually used it in some characters that I've had to use the dampener on it, because it was just kicking on and off, on and off. Oh, here we go. So only Biggs has left your Xbox Live Party. So yeah, guys, that happened. That happened, guys, and well, you know, and then from here on, guys, it's just us three, and we still managed to make it work. We did get dropped a few times, but you know, at least you guys, you know, get to. Oh, there he goes. Look at his character. Look at his character's just going into the wall. What are you doing, Biggs? What's going on, buddy? What's going on? Oh my God, that is crazy. You saw that, guys? So yeah, his character's just running. It's just disappeared. It was crazy. So from there on, it was just. Us three, and then he was able to come back into the Xbox Live Party later on, but he didn't jump into the game. So the game got a little difficult, but at the same time I figured, you know what, I'm going to show you guys this gameplay, because, you know, this is how we roll, guys. I mean, we can manage platinum regardless, and at the same time, you know, it's good to show you guys that, look, you know, you have a situation like this, you can still keep on going, still keep on fighting, guys, because this is, you know, the thing about the difference between platinum and gold is that platinum, you know, even just the first wave is like wave 8 and 9 of any gold game, like, you know, somewhat, because you still get different kind of boss enemies, but that is close to it. So if you're thinking, man, how does this relate to, you know, my gold games? Well, think of waves 8 and 9 on gold, you know, and that's the way it relates. So I'm pretty much showing you guys the hardest waves on gold, pretty much every wave. So that's what we're doing here. But you guys can manage it. You guys can handle it. It's not difficult. Matter of fact, what's interesting is that tonight, while I was doing, after I did this video, I took a few other people under my wing. Sometimes I'll just take, you know, one new guy, and I'll just, you know, play with them. And I also did it on the PS3. By the way, guys, you guys will be seeing PS3 gameplay on Platinum. Okay, guys, for the noob guide, and I will be showing going from silver to gold, and from gold to platinum, that kind of thing. You'll see the progression. And so yeah, guys, you know, sometimes what I'll do is I'll bring somebody with me, and then, you know, I'll run them through platinum, and they're like, wow, well, this is not as hard as I thought. But it's all about the team synergy, right? It's all about getting good players who know how to manage their characters. Like in this situation, I'm here playing with Golem. I'm here playing with my other buddy, who I've never played with before, by the way. This is somebody else, again, somebody new to me, not a player who's new to platinum, just a player who I haven't played with before. So this is kind of like a new team to me, except for Golem, who him and I have played quite a few times together before. He's a very good player, very skilled player. It's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy playing with the guy. He's just he's just a snap. He likes to joke around, just like Biggs. So we have a really cool crew who just loves to joke around and have a good time. But now, going back to the Asari Huntress, guys, I do like her, don't get me wrong. If I were to go and try to, let's say if you were a point whore, let's just call it that, she might not be the character that will put you on the top of the scoreboard, because just her powers take a little bit, except for the cloak, the synergy between her powers, it's slow. Okay, Dark Channel takes its time, Warp takes its time, to do its effect. So she will not be, for her to do the quickest amount of damage, in comparison to any other infiltrator, it's just not going to happen. But she's still a very good character. She has good synergy with the other characters. She's a good support character, but yet at the same time she's still very good offensively. Okay, because she still does have the cloak bonuses. All right, so now could she have been designed a little different? Yes. Could she have had maybe a little bit more thought to her passives? Yes. Matter of fact, I would have put a little bit more into her passives, kind of like the way the Turian is. If she's the infiltrator, I would have said, you know what, let me take her passives and set her up so that she actually has more weapon damage, or create an alternate power or an alternate capability that is not biotic, that actually is something that kind of like a sentinel, give her some kind of power, the way, or let's say like the Geth has. The Geth has, Geth Hunter mode. Maybe she should have had some kind of additional power that gave her some kind of mode that she gets more weapon damage, that she gets something that allows her to be a better weapons class. So like that, if you're going up, into a lobby, and you go into a gold lobby, you go into any lobby, you see everybody's rocking infiltrators, everybody's rocking a GI or the Turian Ghost, you can take her and be able to rock it with them and be able to score up there. And now, the score doesn't really matter to me, guys. It really doesn't. Everybody I play with, we've all outscored each other left and right. We all play at top tier, so it's, we play for fun. But at the same time, and a lot of you guys may want to go into the lobby. You guys want to really be up there, and you guys want to do what you want to do, and it's kind of nice, So being on the top. What I would have done is I would have given her passives or an additional power that would have given her more weapon damage bonuses, not just the tactical cloak. I would have been a little bit more creative, but I don't work at BioWare, so I don't know what to tell you guys. So now she does have some good, she does, her powers that she does have now are good. If you treat her as an adept, she can definitely work. She's not the Asari Valkyrie though. She doesn't have Annihilation Field, so that's, she's not going to be killing everything. The good thing about the Asari Valkyrie is that she just walks around anywhere, everything dies. So that's why, by the way, guys, if you guys ever knew, that's the reason why, she's definitely a point character. You can use the Asari Valkyrie, guys, and everywhere she walks, she's going to get an assist point off of everything. So that's why, if you ever seen that, guys, if you don't know, there's many ways that you can score high on a scoreboard, and I know pretty much all of them. And if you're using Asari Valkyrie Sentinel, she can, because of her Annihilation Field, she's going to get assist points off of everything she just goes around her. So even if she doesn't kill everything, she's still going to score very, very high. Now, this character's not like that. This character she's got the tactical cloak bonuses, she's got the warp, which is good for the team, taking down bosses like Atlases, like Banshees and Primes. But her Dark Channel, her tactical cloak and dark channel combo is very powerful. And matter of fact, I was very impressed because here I got a lot of dark channel kills that I wasn't even shooting at them. It was just, they just died because either they were, a golem, or my other buddy here was shooting at another enemy, and the dark channel just transferred from the enemy that I killed, and it transferred to them, and next thing you know, that enemy just died. So, as a matter of fact, there were a lot of moments that Golem was like, hey, come over here, dark channel this guy, because, the Atlas will go down much faster with your dark channel. And they knew that because the bonuses, the damage bonuses that you have with the tactical cloak and dark channel. So I definitely recommend to use tactical cloak, dark channel combo as the first thing, not tactical cloak and warp. Mind you, warp, yes, for your weapon damage. If you're going to be a sniper, you're going to rock a sniper with her, then you might want to go for tactical cloak and warp. But the thing is that with dark channel, it constantly does damage. It's always doing damage. It's just good for, as a matter of fact, the duration of dark channel is actually, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm looking at it, it's 30 seconds. So the way I expected out was 30 seconds. For 30 seconds, that character's just being eaten up. Okay, so think of it kind of like a Reeve. All right, dark channel is kind of like Reeve, that Reeves one enemy, and then once that enemy is dead, it goes to another. Okay, I prefer Reeve in honesty, because Reeve you can hit multiple enemies at once, and it does that damage and it stacks. But dark channel is still good. Okay, and in this situation, due to the fact that she has tactical cloak bonuses, you're set up. So that's what I can say about her, guys. She, in comparison to the other infiltrators, if you're gonna compare her to the GI, if you're gonna compare her to the Turian Ghost, it's just not a comparison. And if you're gonna compare her to maybe the other biotic classes, she's not as quick, she's not as fast in the sense of, you know, a Dark Channel and Warp combo. Warp is never a fast power. So, but it is a great debuffer. She has really good debuffers, and at the same time, Dark Channel can get you a lot of kills, and it can help you destroy enemies like Atlases and big boss enemies, like even Banshees. And you see that we take them down a lot. Now, mind you, see that the other team is doing a lot of biotic explosions and all that, and that helps and all. But throughout all of this, I have been doing Dark Channel on every boss enemy that you can think of, that you can see in the screen, and that has been absolutely helpful for the team, and they notice that. A lot of times, you don't hear it here, but you know, within the gameplay, a lot of times that, you know, these guys were like, oh, Dark Channel this, Dark Channel that, Dark Channel this, Dark Channel that, Dark Channel this, because they knew that the Dark Channel, the combo with the Tactical Cloak and Dark Channel, would constantly eat the enemies in such a way that it would make it so much quicker to destroy them. So now, guys, this is wave 9. We're actually almost done with this. This is the Husk wave. By the way, if you guys, I in the beginning when I first started playing Platinum, I was playing Cerberus quite a bit. Then it changed. The DLC changed the way Cerberus works now. So Cerberus is actually now one of the more difficult factions on Platinum. Now, mind you, the most difficult is Collectors. That's fine. The reason Collectors is so difficult is because they take away your power recharge, and every character that even the Engineers, even the Infiltrators, those are all powers. So they're all affected by the fact that you lose your power recharge. So that's why they're so difficult. They're not difficult enemies per se. They're really not difficult to take down. But what's difficult about them is that they take away your power recharge. They take away your abilities. So you have to depend on your weapons. So in a situation like that, you're kind of like in a bind if you're coming in with an adept. And an adept team can definitely handle the Collectors. You guys see me do it? I've done it. Challenge completed. Challenge done. Done it left and right. I still do it. I still rock Platinum versus Collectors. But just letting you guys know that right now the faction, if you're choosing Platinum Cerberus, this is the difference. Now Cerberus, you have Dragoons now. The Dragoons are okay on all the difficulties, but on Platinum they are pain, okay? Because they send you about 3 to 4, maybe 6 of them sometimes. I don't even know, guys, but it seems like a whole ton of them that come at you. Now, the other thing is that on Platinum versus Cerberus, they drop so many turrets from the get-go. I would say right now the easiest, it's not easy, but I would say the easier faction to fight against on Platinum is Reapers, because due to the fact that you don't have turrets being dropped all the time. That is the difference. Turrets. Pretty much turrets and Dragoons. You still get Dragoons versus Reapers on various waves. You get them on wave 7, you get them on wave 9, and an Extraction. Sorry, wave 8 and an Extraction. So you still get them. You still get all that. The thing is that you don't get a lot of Engineers. But if you play Cerberus Platinum, you get a ton of Engineers. So anyways, just wanted to give you guys a little tidbit in regards to Platinum. Now, we got this done, guys. We are now going into the Extraction wave, and if you notice, guys, from the gameplay, you've noticed that I've been using a lot of Tactical Cloak and Dark Channel, and it has actually worked so good. And you see me drop enemies really, really fast because that combination is just ridiculously powerful. I am looking forward to seeing the 6th evolution on Tactical Cloak for this character fixed. If it does get fixed, I'm looking forward to seeing the changes on her, because meaning how powerful she's going to be against bosses, against everybody, and I really like to see various builds on her. And if you have a build, guys, that you want to recommend, please put it in the comment box below. I'm pretty sure everybody else will be helpful. If you guys can tell by my personality and already the way I am, I really like to see you guys involved, and I like to make sure I praise you guys for what you guys do. I'm that kind of person. You got to lift other people up, right? So if you definitely have a recommendation on her, go right ahead and do so. So far, from what I'm seeing, her Tactical Cloak, Dark Channel bonuses work very, very well. I mean, they're really good. And again, she's not gonna stack up to some of the other infiltrators if that's the way you want to manage. Is that that's the way you want to play her? But in all honesty, the way I play this game is not in comparison. I'm not saying, oh well, I'm gonna use the other infiltrator because the other infiltrator is better because he has stimpaks and he can always stay alive. No, I play the game because I have so many different kits that I can play with. I can create different builds, and this is why I'm still playing Mass Effect, guys. Because guess what? It's still a lot of fun, and I can do so many different things with it, and that's the greatest thing about this game. So when I'm playing with her, I am using her, setting up her kit. I am gonna do various builds with her. A matter of fact, I might even play with the Claymore. Pop the Claymore on her. Give her the, she has the bonuses. She has the Tactical Cloak and Warp. Why not? I can't even imagine how quickly the enemies will die with that combination with the Claymore and Incendiary Ammo. In comparison to my Harrier. All right, so that's just what I have to say to that, guys. Now, again, I do like her. She could have been designed a little differently though. But in all honesty and in all sorry to, she really does have good synergy with the other Asaris. And a matter of fact, when I really wished I would not have lost that gameplay. This is good gameplay. Don't get me wrong. We were able to make it with 3 of us. We were kind of scrambling here and there, but at the same time, the other gameplay we had, you would have seen the score. It was 150,000 everyone, and we had an Asari Valkyrie Sentinel. Golem was playing too, so was Biggs and my buddy Stickman, and it was just crazy how the synergy between these characters were. Now here, unfortunately, you only get to see the synergy between 3, but if you get an Asari Valkyrie Sentinel in there and you mix it all up, guys, it's a wrap. The good thing is that the Asaris at least have good synergy between each other. Unfortunately, this infiltrator may not stack up to like the GI or the Tyrian Ghost, but it's still a good character. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Invader 1 out, and I will have more videos for